Okay, so you're trying to learn something new.
Yeah.
Right? Could be anything coding, maybe a language, even just getting better at spreadsheets.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit that wall. You see how much there is to learn, and it's just overwhelming. Information paralysis, we call it.
Yeah, that's a good term for it. Ambition meets cognitive overload. And the usual advice is just, well, study longer.
Right. But what if that's totally backward?
Exactly.
What if the real way to get, a big impact is actually through small lessons, super focused ones?
Mm-hmm.
So today, that's what we're diving into, this powerful idea called micro-teaching. It's a strategy that seems designed to cut through that overload and get you straight to mastering skills.
And our mission here really is to unpack the insights shared by an English teacher, Mr. Abdullah Alsultan. He talked about this on the Echo Minds podcast.
Right.
We want to take what worked in his classroom and turn it into something actionable for you, the listener. Why these short, sharp activities are maybe the fastest route to really getting complex stuff quickly and thoroughly.
And this isn't just theory, is it? This is grounded. It comes from practical use, specifically at Abdullah bin Salam High School.
That's the key. Real-world results. They've seen it work.
So students are actually benefiting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So think of micro-teaching less like a teacher's trick and more like a core tool for your own learning, to really nail things down and build that confidence you need for the tough subjects.
Okay, let's break it down then. Micro-teaching. It sounds simple, maybe just shorter classes, but what is it really based on the source? And why is the micro part so important?
Well, it's defined by two things, really. Intensity and isolation. It means really condensed activities. Think 5, maybe 7 minutes tops.
Wow, that's short.
Yeah. And crucially, they target one single skill. Not just brief, but narrow. Super narrow.
Okay, that's already different from, the standard 45-minute class most of us remember, where you jump from vocab to reading to grammar.
Right, exactly. And maybe touch on homework. That multi-topic thing, it just doesn't work that well compared to this.
Why not? What's the mechanism there?
It really boils down to our working memory. How much new stuff we can juggle at once. It's actually pretty limited. So if you throw new words, complex grammar, maybe weird pronunciation sounds all into one session, studies show retention just tanks. Your brain kind of triage,
And ditches the hard stuff.
Often, yeah. The least familiar thing gets dropped.
So micro-teaching is like the deliberate opposite strategy, designed to work with our brain limits, not against them.
Precisely. By isolating just one thing, maybe just the subtle difference in the sound in thin versus this,
Okay.
you let your brain focus all its resources on encoding that one piece of data. Mr. Alsultan found that stripping away everything else gave students at his school this immediate noticeable boost.
In mastering just that one little piece.
Exactly. They weren't just seeing the info. They were getting competent at it right away, measurably.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's like exercise, right? If you try to train speed, endurance, and strength all in one 30-minute workout.
You'll be okay at everything, great at nothing.
Yeah, mediocre results all around. But if you dedicate that time to just high-intensity sprints, you master speed way faster.
That's a great analogy. It is like mental interval training for skills.
Okay.
These short bursts make sure you're actually mastering the little pieces, not just getting a vague idea of the big topics.
All right, so the source mentioned practical takeaways like 5-minute mini lesson ideas. Let's shift to the how. If someone listening wants to try this, what can they realistically tackle in just 5 minutes?
And that's the beauty, right? It works for anything you can break down into small, distinct rules or pieces. The source specifically mentioned 3 areas, especially for language learning, that are perfect for this. Grammar,
Okay.
idioms, and pronunciation.
Grammar, idioms, pronunciation. Still feels a bit broad, though. Like, what does a 5-minute idiom lesson even look like? I don't want to just read a list for 5 minutes.
No, absolutely not. It has to be intense applications. So for idioms, it's not about learning 10 new ones. It's about conquering one.
Just one.
Just one. Say, hit the nail on the head. Your 5 minutes look like this. Minute 1, what does it mean? Where'd it come from? Quick.
Yeah.
Minutes 2 and 3. Right, 3 sentences using it correctly. Your own sentences.
The active use.
Right. Then minutes 4 and 5, find 2 examples where it's used wrong, maybe online, or you make them up and you fix them. Boom, 5 minutes. You own that idiom now.
That is super specific. I see how mastering just that one thing gives you that little win, that aha moment the source talks about.
Exactly. Or take grammar. Instead of a whole tense, maybe you focus only on the difference between, say, the second and third conditional.
Tricky ones.
Yeah. So for 5 minutes, you don't review the rules. You drill 5 sentences where you have to choose the right one. It's ultra-specific practice, forcing the decision.
Gotcha. Or pronunciation. I assume you're not fixing an entire accent in 5 minutes.
No, definitely not. You pick one specific common issue, like the silent K in English, knife, knowledge.
Oh, yeah, lots of those.
Right. So your 5 minutes, find 10 words with a silent K, say them out loud, maybe record yourself. You're just reinforcing that one pattern, not learning new words, just the sound pattern.
And that's success. Nailing that one small thing builds you up much faster than just vaguely knowing about silent letters.
Precisely. It builds competence and, crucially, confidence.
Which leads us nicely into doing this for ourselves, right? Self-directed learning. Most people listening aren't in a formal class. How do we use micro-teaching on our own, especially with the modern tools Mr. Alsultan mentioned?
Well, the digital world is actually kind of set up for this, sometimes without us even realizing it. The source points to platforms that naturally give us content in these short, focused bursts.
Like what? Where's a good place to start?
Well, the obvious one, podcasts. Not just for deep dives like this, but finding shows or segments on very specific skills.
Okay.
Maybe you search for just a 3-minute explanation of one economic idea. Use that for focused listening practice. Don't treat the whole hour-long episode as one giant lesson. Break it down.
Micro-listening, almost.
Yeah. And then you've got the short-form video platforms, the TikToks, the Reels, the Shorts.
Oh, yeah, they have to be short.
Exactly. They force creators to boil things down, usually under 60 seconds. That's like the ultimate micro-lesson format right there.
It's true.
If you search for a quick explainer on, I don't know, quantum entanglement, the video has to be focused, brief, intense. It fits the micro-teaching model perfectly.
But the trick is not just watching passively, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. You have to be intentional. Use that 60 seconds as a targeted learning drill. Active extraction, not passive scrolling.
That's a mindset shift. Okay, but the source also mentioned AI as maybe the most powerful tool for this. How does AI become a micro-teaching partner?
AI is brilliant for this because you can tell it to be hyper-specific. The magic is all in how you prompt it.
Don't just ask it to teach me French.
Right, that's too broad. Ask it. Act as my 5-minute vocabulary tutor. Be specific.
Okay, can you give us an example, like a prompt someone could use right now?
Sure. Let's say you're tackling a technical term. You could prompt the AI. Okay, act as my 5-minute concept tutor. Define the term Heisenberg uncertainty principle for me, but only using analogies. Keep it under, say, 150 words, then immediately give me 3 quiz questions about applying the concept, and don't talk about any other physics stuff.
Wow, that's really locking it down and enforcing that isolation rule.
Exactly. Your 5 minutes are purely on understanding that one idea through analogy and then immediate recall. Nothing else.
That's fantastic. It turns the fire hose of digital info into these tiny, manageable drills. And like Mr. Alsultan pointed out, this whole thing loops back to building confidence, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
If I use AI like that, and in 15 minutes I've genuinely mastered 3 tricky terms in 3 separate 5-minute bursts, that feeling of success must be huge.
It is, because mastering one small piece is the best confidence booster there is. Micro-teaching forces competence on these tiny elements. You know it.
No skating by with, I kind of get it.
Right. And that accumulated competence, that stack of small wins, just melts away the fear of tackling the bigger subject.
This has been really practical. Okay, let's quickly recap the main point then. Micro-teaching. It's this powerful strategy, super versatile. Whether you're teaching others or teaching yourself, it helps make sure knowledge actually sticks and skills get mastered. By breaking things down, isolating them, keeping it short and intense, one piece at a time.
Yeah, and if you look at the bigger picture here, the core idea is just making complex things digestible, focused. If you can break down something as messy as language learning into 5-minute chunks,
You can probably do it for anything.
pretty much. Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, something to maybe chew on. If micro-teaching works so well for language, what's one highly specific, maybe tricky skill in your own life, professional or personal? Could be a specific formula at work, maybe one tricky chord change on a guitar. Could you isolate just that one thing and truly conquer it in a focused 5-minute session today? What would that one thing be? Maybe start right there.